This presentation was brought to you by the Northern Colorado Amateur Radio Club. For more information, visit our website, NCARC.net. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Good evening, this is Kilo Alpha 6 Echo Tango Echo Net Control operator for this evening's NCARC Tech Net. Looking for check-ins. Anyone wanting to check into tonight's Tech Net, please call now.
This is Delta Echo Bravo. N0. No, shoot, I haven't done it in so long I forgot.
Hey, we had a double there. Want to try again? I couldn't get anything out of that.
November 0 Delta Bravo Echo, Debbie in Fort Collins with November 0 Echo Mike Papa, Greg, also in Fort Collins.
Good evening, Debbie. How are you and Greg doing today?
Juliet, Ron in Windsor.
Sorry about that. I doubled with you there, Ron. Can you please come back with your call sign?
Kilo Echo 0 Yankee Mike Juliet.
Okay, got it that time. How are you doing this evening, Ron?
All is well here. Thank you.
Good to hear. Anyone else want to check into tonight's Tech Net? Please call now.
Whiskey 2 Mike India Charlie Mark Loveland.
Good evening, Mark. How are you doing this nice day?
Oh, vertical, enjoying not winter in the middle of winter. Polishing once fired brass cases, in case you hear something in the background.
That's always a nice, relaxing noise to hear. Thank you for checking in. Anyone else want to check into tonight's Tech Net? Please call now.
Kilo 0 Alpha Romeo Delta, this is Ann in Fort Collins.
Good evening, Ann. How are you doing this evening?
Very well, thanks. It's been a nice day.
That it definitely has, and it's only supposed to get nicer for the rest of the week. Sounded like there was a double when you checked in. Doubling station. Please try again.
This is Kilo Foxtrot 4, Delta Uniform Sierra, Q4 DUS, first 2 Mike.
November 0 Kilo Bravo X-Ray Tom in Wellington.
I got two of you in there that time. How you doing this evening, Mike? You had a little bit of static, so you must have been standing in a bad spot of your house. did not get much of that there. But thank you for checking in. Tom, how are you doing this evening?
Oh, we're doing pretty good. Just sitting down, finally making some dinner.
Thank you for checking in. Yeah, this is Kilo Alpha 6 Echo Tango Echo Net Control for this evening's NCARC Tech Net. Looking for check-ins. Anyone wanting to check into tonight's Tech Net, please call now.
This is KE0MQA and Fort Collins and Mobile.
Got you in there, KE0MQA. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty good. So, survived the wind up there in Wyoming. So, that's always a good thing. And name here is JR. Okay, nobody remembers.
I, for one, didn't remember, so thank you for that. But glad you have you check in. Anyone else want to check into tonight's Tech Net, please call now.
This is Alpha Echo 0, Charlie Foxtrot, back for Collins.
Good evening, Ben. How are you doing today?
Doing okay. Easier CF.
I'm glad to hear that you're doing okay. Hopefully you're enjoying the nice weather like the rest of us. Anyone else? One last round of check-ins, and we will take check-ins anytime during the net. Anyone want to check in, please call now.
Whiskey 8 Lima, Tim and Windsor.
Whiskey 0, Sierra Uniform November, Bill in down south in Centennial.
Kilo Delta 0, Uniform Sierra Bravo, Mobile Masonville.
I got 3 of you in there that time. WW8L, W0SUN, and KD0USB. Thank you guys for checking in. Start off this evening. Anyone have any questions or topics they would like to ask the net? Please call now. I hear nothing. I'll bring up a topic. It's something I've been working on and we'll be doing a lot of is remote operation equipment. I know I have a good list of equipment that I take out into the field for out in the backcountry or anywhere away from the suburban areas or city type areas, whatever you want to call them. Well, I guess I'd like to hear what a lot of other people use out in the field. I know me personally, I have a couple different radios that I take and a couple different antenna setups that for HF work, you have a 18-foot vertical that's very portable, collapses down to about 18 inches, with a 9-to-1 un, so it will work on 6 meter through 160 meter, as well as a Diamond X50 antenna for VHF, UHF, and a small handheld Yagi antenna dual band. If I want to do single side band for UHF, VHF, and also a 60-foot end-fed wire that seems to be work very good. What does everyone else use out in the field, or if you do field operation?
MIC
0DNY in Fort Collins. I use Buddy Pole. It's worked pretty nicely for me. It's easily portable and works very good on HF.
Yeah, thank you for that. I've read a lot on the Buddy Pole and that. Not real familiar with them, but I know there was a double in there. W2MIC, Mark, go ahead.
ICOM IC 7100, 160 through 6, and VHF and UHF. A Wolf River coil and an MFJ telescoping 17-foot whip. That gets me 6 through 80. And a N9TAX November 9 Tango Alpha X-ray roll-up Slim Jim VHF UHF dual band antenna.
WW8L.
WW8L, Tim, go ahead.
I've got a FT891, and then I've got an inverted L held up by RV flagpoles. Got it 44 and 88 foot lengths, depending on how much I can stretch out. And then I've also got a couple of MFJ's version of ham sticks if I can't stretch out that much.
Definitely some nice options there. Mark, that Wolf River setup, I've read a lot on them, seen a lot of guys using them. Are they fairly simple to use as far as someone that's not very experienced?
They are exceedingly simple to use. They consist of a PVC pipe that has a screw thread cut in it, and then a piece of fairly thick stainless steel wire wrapped into the screw thread so that the adjacent turns are not touching but very close. There is a PVC collar with basically a feeler gauge that you slide up and down the coil, click, 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 and the tuning instructions that come with the Wolf River coil are for use with a Citizens Band whip. And so you start at the top and you go click, click, that's 20 meters, and click, 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 etc. And if you're using a much longer whip, as I am, you have to figure out your own. But you fundamentally start at the top and come down some number of clicks, which is very audible and very tactile. And then, if needed, you turn the color so that you're rotating the feeler, the contact point, around the coil to move yourself within the band. If your radio has an SWR meter, as mine does, it is exceedingly simple to set up. You certainly can use an antenna analyzer, but you don't need one.
That definitely sounds easy. So I've done a lot of reading on them and seen a lot of guys using them. I'd like to maybe one day get together out in the field with you, and we'll set the vertical that I have up and set yours up and test them pretty much side by side and do a comparison on them. I know they're both fairly easy to use. Mine does require you to have a tuner unless you only want to operate on 20 meter and 40 meter. It is fairly clean on them. 40 meter runs right around 1.7 to 1 SWR with no tuner, and then 20 meters right around 1.9 to 1 on the SWR meter. And so you can operate them on the two bands without a tuner, but with the tuner's a lot better, and you get the option of all the other bands in between from 6 to 160. So I want to be able to compare it to some other antennas and go from there.
We certainly can do that. Changing bands on the Wolf River takes about 5 seconds, and my 7100 does not have a tuner, so I didn't want to have to use one. I looked really hard at the buddy pole and the chameleon and the assorted 9-to-1 balance with an antenna, and yeah, they need a tuner. So I didn't want a tuner. I don't use one. Don't need it.
Yeah, that's what I ran into mine. I was using I had an LDG tuner that I was using. Had the Yaesu, the 857D, set up last year on field day, and the tuner decided to quit working completely. Wouldn't let any audio pass through in or out. I took the tuner out and did a whole bunch of testing with the analyzers and everything else, and found that I was just still able to operate on 40 meter and 20 meter without the tuner, which made me a little bit happy. I think I ended up getting about 60 contacts in the matter of about 2 hours on field day with no tuner. So it was an option. I don't like running it without a tuner, but that's nice to have when you can run antennas without a tuner.
The great part about the Wolf River coil and the MFJ telescoping whip is no moving electronic parts, no solenoids.
Yeah. Less moving parts means more reliability, and that's I know I've been setting up my base radios so I can stick them in unplug them, do quick disconnects on my base radio to stick them in my travel trailer, but I still got my field set up, which consists of the 857 and a Kenwood D710. Even though I can run UHF, VHF on both radios, I still like the Kenwood out in the field for the TNC for packet work and everything else. Makes it multi-purpose. Thank you for that. Anyone else have any comments or questions for the net? Please call now.
Luke and Fort Collins, just a late check-in here, over.
Hey Luke, I did not catch your full call sign. Your audio was a little bit quiet. Can you please come back?
Roger that. It's Alpha Delta Zero Kilo India 80 KI.
Okay, got it that time. 80 KI. Thank you for checking in. Anyone else have any questions, comments, or check-ins? Please call now.
Sierra Uniform November.
It was W0SUN. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Bill, W0SUN. This is the first time checking into this net. When I go out, I do 3 events per year. 2 in Moab, Utah, and 1 up in Copper Mountain. In July, the Courage Classic. The Skinny Tire events in September and March. and mostly they're VHF, UHF we've run, but I bring, if I want to do HF, I do have my FDA 57, I have my mask, I set up a mask with a hamstick dipole scenario. I got a full set of hamsticks. I can set them up vertical on my mount in my truck, or I can, with my NMO mount, I can set up, well, I have an adapter thing. Most of the time, if I really wanted to get serious, I set them up in a dipole set. And so that's kind of nice. As far as what I bring, I have a box full of power poles and connectors, and then I have a series of handy-talkies, because we always have to have people on aid stations. This is a biking event, and different wagons and things like that. But I also bring APRS radios. I have a couple of handy-talkies, a Kenwood and a Yaesu with APRS, so I can track the vehicles. And other people will bring in similar things to what I bring. And if I want to, I can set my copper homemade J-pole on my antenna mast and use that for VHF, which is what I usually use. But that's my scenario and my setup. A couple of extra batteries as far as car batteries and things like that, and I make sure they're all charged. Some gel cells. Anyway, this is W0SUN back to net.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like you pack a lot of stuff in there. I've been thinking about getting one of the hamstick setups for the Octagon, where you put 3 different band hamsticks all around in a circle, to where you have a all dipole setup, horizontal setup with them. I mean, a lot of stuff I want to get and try, but it all costs money. Thank you for that. Anyone else have any comments or questions for the net? Please call now. The 80KI, go ahead. You had a little bit of interference, or I don't know if it's just location, but go ahead and try.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, on my mobile, I run hamsticks on it for HF, and I run the shorter version of them, and I'm always shocked how well they work. Obviously, they work better on like 20 meters and up, but I've had some good success with them on 40 meters. Not so much on 80, but if anyone's interested in a small, easy setup, those short hamsticks have worked really well for me.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. And hamsticks are a tried method that a lot of people use and a lot of people have success with. And you can't. Sometimes the older technology is the better technology. There's a lot of options, but I like using the KISS method for a lot of stuff. Keep it simple, stupid. It makes life a lot easier and a lot less problems when you're out in the field, especially whenever you're on limited equipment or limited tools and capabilities. Keeping it simple works a lot better. Yeah, this is Kilo Alpha 6 Echo Tango Echo net control for this evening's NCARC Tech Net. If you have any other questions or comments for the net, please call now.
Yes, K0 MQA.
JR, go ahead.
A whole lot of what you might call backing off my equipment very far, but the one thing I have done is done what would be a random length wire that was actually cut to the proper frequency. I've only tried it on the 80 meters, but then I just stretched that out, and that works out pretty good. I had really good success with that.
Yeah, definitely. Random length wire can be a lifesaver, and it can do a lot of stuff. I know that's one thing. A lot of people ask me what they should keep in a backpack or just to have on just in case for HF. And if you have a 120 foot strip section of wire, you can do just about anything with it. You can tune it, fold it over on itself, and get it to be resonant on just about any frequency you want. But thank you for that comment. Anyone else with any comments or questions, please call now. Yeah, it sounded like there was someone in there that wasn't holding the repeater. I don't know if you want to try again.
BF, N0BF, do you copy?
You got the suffix there, or I believe it might have been N0 or K0BF. You weren't holding the repeater very well, but you can go ahead and try again.
Okay, I'll try power this time, N0BF. I just want to check into the net. Steve and Loveland checking into your net, over.
Yep, that time you were holding the repeater, N0BF. I got you on the list for check-ins. Thank you for checking in. And this is Kilo Alpha 6 Echo Tango Echo Net Control for this evening's NCARC Tech Net. We'll go one more round. Anyone have any questions or comments for the net? Please call now. I hear nothing. I'd like to thank everyone for checking in this evening to the NCARC Tech Net. And encourage everyone to get outside and play with your radios, have fun, try something new, and get more experience and knowledge. It's all stuff that's can be free or fairly inexpensive to do. And remind everyone that Wednesday evening is the NCARC Club Net, 6:30 p.m. Early check-in starting at 6. Look forward to hearing from everyone again next week. Hopefully we have some good topics and some good discussion. And this is Kilo Alpha 6 Echo Tango Echo Net Control for this evening's Tech Net. Closing the net and opening the repeater for normal general use. 7-3. Hope everyone has a good evening and good night.